showing yesterday, they definitely can do it. Problem is on the other side, you've got a team like PRX, and their mental not very easily broken. So especially with PRX recently winning a tournament and now being, I'd say, arguably the best or one of the best in the trifecta of the SEA teams alongside Team Secret and X10. They're looking better than ever, especially with this new pickup in the form of Jing. So they're definitely a team who, after recent international success and some more regional tournaments, just very recently, like last week, they are running hot of that momentum, and it does not, and it shows, man, those dry peaks, those confidence peaks in that previous round, man.
Yeah, I mean, it cannot be overstated how important momentum is in a game like Valorant, and just for any tactical shooter for that matter. You've got that momentum and that confidence backing you up. It can absolutely do wonders for you. You see Jing, though, getting taken down. They managed to find Kappa, though, so we'll still maintain an advantage. I'll see with a Phantom in hand. We'll see if he can deal some significant damage here, but I have to worry about Devi around the back. Drone managed to spot out one, as Golu just plays in the back of belt.
I have this feeling that for the rest of the game, we're going to be seeing Forsaken more aggressive than the other duelists. I'm putting it out there because I feel like we're seeing glimpses of it right now. But going back into the round, it's again another eco round here for Global. They do have one rifle in the hands of SK Rossi. I mean, probably the one player that you want to have on that rifle. So I'd say it's a pretty good decision. Forsaken, his position is known. He will drop down from 410 and just throw a couple of parting shots with the shock darts here, but it's Forsaken to get the opening pick once again.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, and that shock dart's really great. Finds Golu, takes him down to 5 HP. And a very easy headshot from Mindfreak will go ahead and finish him off. The push-up finds SK Rossi. The Phantom only going to be good for a single kill. Puts the operator on the ground. Will be recoverable. Hellranger makes this a bit more costly for the side of PRX. Unfortunately, there's not going to be able to out-duel Mindfreak at that range. Will be 5-1 now as PRX stretch an even stronger lead.
Yeah, 10-3 Forsaken already. He is just showing up here. SK Rossi hasn't had that much of an impact just yet. I imagine he's still, trying to get that warm-up in, maybe coming into this cold, but definitely will have to step up a little bit more. He has the Blade Storm available, should he need to eco in the next one or if the need ever comes up, but you have to remember, Devi has that operator right now, and from what he's shown, he is hitting his shots as well. That control towards B-Long right there, as they do stack it up because the Viper ulti, the snake bite, has been deployed towards A. Now they're hoping it funnels all the players from Global towards that B site where there are 3 players waiting.
Yeah, but Bite's going to be ready to come out. They're just keeping them all contained off the site for now. They're trying to scout out. They're trying to get any ounce of damage that they could possibly get onto Benkai, just to make it that much easier for them when they push into the smoke. The drone, going to be able to spot him out. Did they go for any kind of spray? For now, the answer is going to be no. A couple slow orbs invested. Groups along the side, just trying to watch the drop down from pipes, as well as this main access. In the meantime, though, the wraparound has come in. Jing gonna be good for Hellranger. Comes up with a second, now a third as Rossi hits the floor alongside Golu. And just like that, it's only skills left standing. They see the spike, they know exactly where he's gonna be at. Devi will die, so again, operator gonna have to be picked up off the floor, but Jing will find 4 kills. Phenomenally done from him. PRX continue looking excellent.
The play works perfectly, man, from the side of PRX. So what they did is they just wait for the right, they just wait. They hold their position. They don't go a little bit over in terms of the pushing. They have one guy onto that B site. That was Mindfreak watching anybody potentially cutting them from mid. And all the while, Jing is just working that flank. He's waiting for the right time because he knows that they're stalled out in the middle of the highway outside A site. So they're just waiting there, and all the while, Jing is just creeping up. He buys his time. Perfect showing here. Global Esports, a lot of hesitation, and they pay for it.
Yeah, Forsaken again, just getting so aggro up mid. Manages to spray through. Might have actually been through the poison orb. Not that kill. Now it's going to be Sage's down, though, as Rossi does manage to find one. Takes it to the opposite side of that ice barrier before he gets picked off. Be grateful for that. Forsaken getting that sheriff shot. Should know that Hellranger's around the side of Jing manages to get him into. Forsaken looking back right over towards that B site. Manages to find one, but skills does get on top of him, poking out a kitchen, gets that elimination. Maybe he actually came under too, but didn't quite see his rotation there. Either way.
Yeah. Jing just cleans it up right here easily. Gets that kill, but Skills so lethal on it. Divide missing the shot, pulls out the Sheriff, and it's gonna try to awkwardly dance here. Actually forces the tailwind out, and Skills has managed to come up with this on top. He brings it to a 1v1 with Benkai, just waiting, wondering what the hell just happened to all of my teammates.
He 100% can actually win this out as well. He's got the Vandal in hand, so if he can get the headshot, that is going to be a major clutch for Global. Skills just putting the team on his back in that moment. I mean, he'll be grateful that so many shots came out from Devi. Left him with only one. The whiff came through. And we all know how long that reload is on the Sheriff, so didn't get the opportunity to go for it. Third set up now. Try to cut off that screen's access. He'll know exactly where Benkai is going to be approaching from now. Just has to guess between screens and back sight, but oh, he goes up into heaven. Benkai's going to be good for the headshot. He'll rotate over, grab the operator out of kitchen, then go get the defuse. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's on a knife's edge here, round after round. Global Esports are getting so very close to being able to take these, but PRX just that tiny bit more clutch.
What a read as well coming in from Benkai, just expecting somebody to be up there. I know he's probably checking it just for safety, but you know, the timing to check that immediately right after the plan, it's not something a lot of players would do. And just, you know, the discipline for him to make sure that he's, you know, not cutting any corners on that push nets him an easy kill. And PRX, they've got to be happy about that, man. They're getting all the clutch rounds, and every single time it goes to a 1v2 or like a retake scenario, PRX just have the upper hand here. And I think a lot of it has to do with not just the experience on the map itself, but I think the experience in terms of the players having, you know, being comfortable on the not LAN, but rather on an international setting. And just having the composure to not panic and to make any mistakes that Global Esports seem to be giving to them for now.
Okay, fairly aggressive start with that shock bolt, just trying to see if he can catch anybody on belt. Skills is nearby, but doesn't quite get clipped by it. Ball's not going to be thick enough on the one side to actually deny access, so they could creep forward into kitchen, but that's why the slow orb is there, and Jing gets aggro alongside Devi, knives out. They manage to collapse it on top of the enemy killjoy and get that initial pick.
I love the early aggression here coming in from PRX. They know that they've been playing passively for so long. What do? They change up the pace. They go for a different tempo. They go take A main because they know Global Esports, they like to stall a little bit. And so they punish, they capitalize on that. And they're not slowing down. They want Forsaken to go for a little bit more because they know they got his back from all the way behind, and that's Benkai getting the pick. And Mind Freak as well.
Oh yeah, comes up with one, and this is just really harming the chances. Any hope, any dream of being able to close out this round. A team ace, something that we very rarely do see here in competitive Valorant. They get the closeout on it, and everybody obviously remains on their feet. PRX really starting to run away with this.
They are. It's 8-1. We're very much in danger territory here.
Star. They've been on this. They've been running away with it.
They can still recover it. Like 3 rounds in a row, 8-4 halftime score. It's salvageable. Shot swings wide, Forsaken's right there with a backup. Neither of them hit the shot, but still, the coordination was there. Golu brings it back a little bit to a 2v2, and this aggression might bite them in the back. Mind Freak completely off guard. He should have had that shot all day, any day, but that's going to allow the res onto Golu. And yeah, the choke right now, PRX, big mistakes on their side, leaving Devi wondering how they've given up this round.
Okay, but here's the question. Have they now overthought this rotation? Devi has already got himself over towards the B side. He's reading this perfectly, knows that this is going to be where they want to play. If they really wanted to make sure that they secure it, they could invest a Viper's Pit, but actually they start straying away from green, make their way over into mid. Is this going to be an under 2? But no, it's actually going to be a full push up into the A site. So Devi, despite having an initial good read, it was really good hesitation, really good rethinking coming through from the side of Global Esports to say, no, he's already rotated. We need to take this to A.
Yeah, I think Divide knows it's done here. The moment that they plant the spike in A, he's probably just going to stay towards B, hold on to the operator for the next round, cut their losses, because they definitely should have had their round, and they're going to be kicking themselves for that, because that should have went their way. A lot of missed shots. They started that round so strong with Jing opening things up, even getting the drop shot in, and then Divide he misses his shot, and so does Forsaken and Mind Freak. It just starts to get a little bit weird towards the middle of that.
A series of unfortunate events there for the side of PRX. Divide will at least be happy that he can hold on to this operator. I thought maybe we were going to see two members of Global go out on a bit of a hunting party, because they should know that they got a couple shots in onto this Jet, given that aggro push that he had around the bottom of Nest. But they don't go for it. They don't want to take the risk. They know that they need to hold on to their rifles because their economic situation has been rocky, to say the least. They will just go ahead and maintain those weapons. They'll get ready to go for it. I mean, they would have been able to have a buy, but still. Try to bank up as much money as they can.
Yeah, there's not really a lot of room for error here, especially going into the dying embers of the first half. Like, they're going to call a tactical timeout now, trying to figure out how they're going to approach this next round. And I really think it's coming down to the mid rounds. I'll be completely honest. That round that PRX lost, they won the tactical side of that round. They just missed their shots, mechanically speaking. Global came out of that on top just by outshooting PRX and capitalizing on honestly, the whiffs. And so if this trend continues, it's going to be a little bit scarier later on once we cross over to the attacking side, when PRX will start dictating the pace of the game, because, they are going to be on the attacking side. They control where they want to go. Now, Global, for me, the key to success here coming to the second half is them not dancing to the tune of PRX, maybe taking map control, maybe getting in a little bit of aggression and getting those good reads onto PRX, who seem to be making all the right moves in terms of the mid-round calls.
Yeah, PRX's adjustments for the most part have been rather good. Just not so much the aim there in that last one, but that otherwise has been not much of an issue, so I don't think it's going to be something to be concerned about for the long term. Something tells me that they'll be able to correct that mistake pretty quickly. But I do like the timeout here from Global. Just get the coach coming in, tell him, look, okay, we've got this round. We broke their momentum a bit. We still have some damage to deal as far as the economy is concerned to get ourselves back into a comfortable position. But here's how we go from here. Here's how we proceed. We'll see if it's going to work out for them. They still have a very nice ult bank set up for themselves. Locked down Hunter's Fury as well as that Viper's Pit ready to go. We'll see if that can get them another win on the board.
I like the off for SK Rossi here. They need to change something drastically, and I think this might just be the edge that they need. The recon does ping him up a little bit early, and I'm a little bit concerned that nobody broke it for him, actually. A little bit of a lapse of judgment, I think, on one of their parts. He's probably wondering why the hell no one was shooting it for him. That's definitely a question mark for me, but it goes to show there are certain lapses in global esports, and I definitely think it might be the nerves here. Despite the fact that they are seasoned, it's still showing that there are some cracks.
Lockdown set up. Everybody just going to be exiting, trying to get out to safety. 2 seconds remaining, and Forsaken will make it to the outer ring just in time. Start out from the drone. Oh, the wall actually denying the shots from connecting in onto Benkai. He'll be grateful for that. And just live to fight another day. Now the pit is going to be called in. 5v5. This is going to be really scrappy, really messy as Jing tries to flank around from the back side. See if he can get the jump on somebody. Try to turn things around. Forsaken just pushes in, finds Hellranger. That's catastrophic. That being said, they still managed to find 2 kills. Things are going to be evened up now with a 3-3, but the res makes it a 4v3. So man advantage right back in there for the side of PRX, and Divide makes it even worse for Global. Okay, Rossi going to be taken down. The Hunter's Fury going to call out. They managed to make it to halfway. A little bit of a botch there on the tailwind means that Divide will go down, but Forsaken is good for the kill on the skills. The defuse comes in. Kappa will be left to live. The ult will not be recovered, but PRX will walk away with the round victory.
And that's another example of the composure that PRX will bring on these retakes. They didn't panic. They know that even though the Hunter's Fury is coming in, a lot of utility, potentially lineups. Oh, no lineups, because obviously Hellranger was dead for that one. But yeah, they didn't panic once the Hunter's Fury came out. They started defusing. They got to half. little bit questionable why he died. Maybe he just got caught by the tracking of Kappa, but still they didn't panic. They held their own and they were able to go get that defuse, and they were very much rewarded for it. Now it's going to be a little bit of a change of pace. Global Esports, they want to hit mid, they want to get it fast because they realize that they haven't been having much success on the straight up hits. Instead, they're going to go towards mid, and that's Jig and Benkai with 2 opening kills.
And this is just beautiful. The call for the reinforcement comes in. He forces the position of SK Rossi, drives him into line of sight, so they're able to clean up that kill. But that being said, Skills still continuing to be a very solid foundation for this squad so far on Icebox. Manages to help even it out. Ranger as well, I believe, picking up one of those. Now they find themselves in a 2v2, and it's against the scariest members on the side of PRX. Leg spotted, and Divide now down to 30 HP. He's going to retreat back up into the kitchen. In the meantime, Skills has gotten himself situated all the way up on the opposite side of screens.
1 enemy remaining.
Skills just spraying down Forsaken right there, and getting pinged doesn't matter. The plant will go down, and it's all up to Divide, who has an op. And for another moment here, he's forced to go for those retakes with the operator low HP here. Last round, he has to go for it. There is no choice. Fortunately for him, Skills is pretty much on low HP. He could go for a swap onto a gun and then really try here. The snakebite a little bit premature, I think, but they just want him. They just want to be able to get into those post-plant positions very much safely so.
They still have those 2 nanoswarms situated on top of the spike. Skills maybe looking for a peek here in just a moment. He's going to drop down. He tries to check left. There's nobody there. Skills is above. There's one on the right. The wind comes in. Global Esports will manage to pick up a third and final round in this half as they now shift over to defender side.
Reasonable halftime score here for PRX, and they are.
Oh yeah.
Definitely, you know, they are definitely favored here, but we've seen this scoreline go awry many, many times. I'm not gonna say the C word in this 9-3, but
comeback.
The other one, but yeah, 9-3. It's a very reclaimable game here for Global Esports. If they can get the pistol, I think they have a fighting chance. But PRX, if they take this pistol round, I think we might as well just say, okay, no, we're going to the next game, because that's too much of a scoreline to climb. Having said that, we've seen very, very big comebacks on this game. Yeah,
we have. And again, just to, you know, throw it out there again. I mean, New Turn just did this on Bind. We'll see. They can do it themselves here. Global, now that they're on the defender's side. Strong pistol round start would definitely set them up to gain some momentum. End up losing this, it could be catastrophic.
PRX are very, very fond of going for these early mid takes just to make sure it forces back anyone on the defensive side, just so that they know that they have freedom of rotation whenever they can. They might not expect Rossi here, who honestly misses a couple of these important shots here with the Sheriff. Now he's forced to fall back, but at the very least, PRX are going to be watching that flank, maybe, you know, giving or lending a player to just watch that flank and leaving him behind there, as they do get the spike plant down here towards that main.
Yeah, they now have to constantly be looking over their shoulder. If I'm going to be forced to use that tailwind, has to exit. Really good damage coming out from the nano swarms. And the heal not available for quite some time here from Mindfreak. Gets sights on his POV. We'll go ahead and have to track when that's going to be available next. Skills, though, managed to finish him off, so never mind. The heal be damned. They're bringing him back from the dead. Mindfreak, however, will find Kappa. Ranger good for one, finds the counterpart Viper, and it just becomes an all-out shooting range. Mindfreak, the last one alive. Low HP here on the side of Hellranger. He's trying to hold the corner as Golu holds in for this defuse. Mindfreak's well aware of this, goes for the clutch, and he manages to find it. 3 kills for him, and a huge round for PRX. Global Esports, that is catastrophic. They could not afford to lose out on this pistol, but PRX, they put their foot down with some fancy footwork there from Mindfreak.
Man, Mindfreak, not ice in his veins, knows that somebody could be defusing, but he holds the line, waiting for the right time. He creeps up forward. He gets inches from the diffuser, and that forces him off it. He just takes that shot, that right click the first time, follows it up with an even better one on the second player. And again, absolutely massive show of just confidence and patience from PRX to show what level of finesse they have at this stage here. These guys are seasoned, they are vets, and this is what makes them one of the best in the entirety of APAC.
Just absolutely wonderful. I think finesse is one of the best words that you could have picked to kind of describe how they were able to play that out. Now
Enemy
though,
remaining.
just so much cover coming around from the back. They say, yeah, there's nobody on the site. Be wary of the rear flank. They absolutely are. They mow them down. El Ranger will find Jing. A couple of nice shots coming out from the Classic. It's good for a second. He's at least going to be dealing a decent amount of economic damage. He's going to be able to find a third. No, the dink is there. He finishes it off with a final headshot. Does Devi almost does fall, almost loses that Marshall. So it would have been one less weapon recovered, but PRX are now just 2 rounds away from closing out Icebox in very convincing fashion.
I was starting to get flashbacks of rounds past. I was remembering all the misses for the couple rounds that they had earlier. But fortunately, Devi, all right, he's able to pull it back. He whips out the classics. But those first shots, they were not very pretty. In the end, though, like you said, they do get the win. 2 rounds away from taking this first map. And PRX definitely showing up on this one. Global Esports, they need to start digging deep here. I'd like to see some more ideas on the defensive side. I'd like to see them take some more fights. They're giving away, I think, mid a little bit too freely, and that just allows for PRX to play their game, because as we know from the previous VODs, from the previous games of PRX, they just love exploiting weakness here towards mid, and that's another example of that. They split up the map and they take the fights.
Well, early pick found there by Mind Freak. Got Kappa, but they can at least be grateful that it wasn't Hell Rangers, so this pit will remain upright. So he just lurks around the back of it. Tries to get on a bit of a flank angle. Taking flank forward. Dart just barely going to miss. So they don't get that ever-important chip damage. Tries to investigate here in kitchen. Just can't quite steady out that spray in time. Only got a little bit of damage on the Benkai. And now it's going to be 5v3 as they still are looking to push their way into the smoke. Riding up over the top. Playing along the pipes. They'll find Hell Ranger. That's the smoke coming down. Rossi finds one, but immediately gets traded as Golu will fall. That will be the round win now. Match point in the hands of PRX, Global Esports. An absolutely just incredible achievement ahead of them if they would be able to pull it off, but they need 9 consecutive rounds, and it just seems like such a faraway dream for them to be able to take us into overtime.
This is just, again, Forsaken, you put him on anything, he's still gonna top frag. I know Jing is an amazing player on that Reyna, and they've got this really cool dynamic working out, but it's amazing that when you have such a player like Forsaken, you can't stop talking about him, because he's still putting up those numbers. At the very end of it, he's leagues above everybody else right now, and it is, well, aside from Jing, he's just showing up and showing everybody that he's to be respected no matter what you put him on, whether it's a Sova.
All right, well, 3-player stack here on the site with more getting ready to push forward. Jing, not going to get corner checked there by skills. He'll be grateful for that. And Devi is going to be good for the kill as he makes his way up over the top of the pipes. Forsaken finding one, adding another to the tally. Mind Freak going to go down, but the drop downs there from Jing, and he will finish it off in style. 3 kills. The last one, a nice little wall bang through the corner after he spotted him out. And PRX will start this series off with a bang. 13
far back, and that throw of the blade for the KO kind of just diminishes all of the abilities of Global Esports as they try to come in. So I'm very curious how that's going to happen out, or how that's going to transition, and how Global Esports will try to deal with it moving forward into the second map.
All right, well, PRX on series point. We're going to send it over to the casters to take us into game.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, it's been an exciting one already. PRX looking utterly dominant. If you're just now joining us, because maybe you're, I don't know, a little sleepyhead waking up in North America, you missed a hell of a lot of action. We've had a lot of games today, and we're going to go straight back into said action. SK Rossi apparently already going to be knocked down on the floor. Apologies for bringing in late. Looks like he was trying to creep his way down over towards the ropes, and ended up getting picked off. Divine now going to find Kappa, as there's going to be some we need some much needed stability here on the side of Global. Need to try to find some picks soon if they want to turn this around.
Yeah, the paint shell does come out. Not really going to be finding anybody, but they just want to use it for good measure. And they're going to be working their way towards that B side. But look how much control PRX has. They already have someone in on the flank. If they stall much longer, they're going to be in a load of perk. They need to get on site now, but they're already pinned down here. The paint shell will funnel them into the hands of Divine, who just takes them off the board right now. They both reload, pulls out the knife, but it's Jing who gets it. It's a flawless round from PRX, and the round just goes in shambles for Global.
Oh boy, you know, I'm not biased. I don't care who wins, but if people are bringing out knives, I'm cheering for the guy who's got the knife in his hand. I always love to see a good kill with that, but doesn't manage to get it. It gets taken away, but it's still going to be a flawless pistol round here at the start for PRX. See, setups coming through as we waste no time and just continue to tick down the clock. Still going to be two ghosts held by the side of PRX as Forsaken, and we're just going to be holding on to those. We have a Stinger Force actually coming out from SK Rossi, so he's still looking to get aggressive.
Yeah, they're going to be pushing close up here towards mid. SK Rossi, really great flash to help him out. Bankai's right there for the refrag. He pulls out the frenzy, and it's a great response to SK Rossi pushing him, looking for that refrag, but instead he comes out on top 3v4. And the spike still lingering here towards mid. They will have to really try to push their limits here if they want to take this round, because right now, PRX, they're looking very dominant on this defense.
Yep, they are. Really swift shutdown on that push. Now they look for even more. Jing gonna be good for two. Can't quite get the third because Mind Freak has a nice headshot. It won't be flawless this time, but still pretty damn near. PRX with a solid 2-round start. We'll see now what Global Esports can do in the bonus. Some rifles in hand.
This is what happens when you let PRX play their game on the defensive side. You saw how confident they are, just running straight up across the map, not afraid to take fights. And where they can take fights, man, they will win them. It's really such a sight to see. It's not very often when you see such aggressive playstyle on Split, where you have people, flanking all the way from sewers. And it just goes to show that when PRX are feeling comfortable, it's really hard to knock them off of that stable spot.
Yeah, need to find a way to really offset them and get into the groove here, but he suffering. A nice shot from Skills off screen. Will find a kill. Push forward. That's going to be the spike down in sewer. Hellranger will get Mind Freak, so it's two members gone, but low HP bars, the last two standing on the side of Global. Skills, however, will tie it up. A nice headshot. If you just do that 2 more times, then maybe we'll be looking at a different outcome, but rotation's going to come around through the sewer. Make sure that they grab that ult orb, hand it over to Forsaken. Shots coming in. Jing taking quite a bit of damage. Tries to go for the paint shells. Hellranger goes for the push. It's the headshot. Forsaken will get the finish. Swaps over to the Spectre. Clears out the boom bot. And he's ready for the push. 3 kills for Forsaken here in the round. A nice attempt. Almost were able to claw that back for Global. PRX still managed to maintain a lead.
Man, PRX, they are relentless. After winning that force buy up against Global Esports, they know they're feeling the wind behind their sails, and they are just running away with it, sailing away with it, indeed. As that round, they had the spike down in sewers, but they wanted to go for more. They wanted to back up their teammates, but they know when to rein it in. The moment Jing actually goes down there. Sorry, not Jing. I think it was Davai who does go down towards mid. Jing and Forsaken, they fall back. They go back to the spike. They played a little bit more passively. And sure, they lose one member awkwardly due to timing, but they don't get way too carried away with themselves. And this is a sign that PRX are confident knowing what they can push and how to get away with it.
Yeah. Bit of a change up there with the economy as well. Didn't quite get to call it out, but it is the rifles here now in the 4th round for the side of Global, but already one member going to go down. Jing, he's that blast pack to try to escape, and the Vi comes in on the flank. Finds SK Rossi, who's just not been having his day. It was a really hot start for him yesterday. Trying to take down Damwa and Kia. It looked great, but unfortunately,
Need that back.
haven't really been seeing the same level of impact from him.
Absolutely not. I've been really wondering when SK Rossi will start to pop off, and there's a lot of pressure on that guy's shoulders, man. I understand, but there needs to be that point where he just zones everything, tunes everything out, and just goes absolutely wild. We're still waiting for it, but it doesn't look like PRX are allowing anything onto Global Esports side, but there might be a little bit, no, never mind. I was gonna say there was a little bit of hope because there was a lot of rotations blocked towards that A side, but now it's a 3v2 as Benkai brings it to a 3v1, finding Kappa all up to Hell Ranger here.
And it's lurking inside of that nebula, which has dissipated now. Needs to be good on the cross, but unfortunately can't make it happen. He was actually trying to go for Forsaken in the back, but isn't ready for Benkai to be up close and personal. Gets that kill. 4 members will survive. The operator still in hand here for Jing. It's 4 consecutive rounds now for PRX and Global Esports. Take a glance at their money and see how they're faring, but I think we can very easily assume that it's not too wet. It's not doing too well there. Wallet's going to be looking a bit light.
I think Jing's gonna try for an early pick here, and with the shots that he's been hitting, who could fault him? And I would not be surprised if he lines up a collateral, but he is just really on fire at the moment. Like, he's been hitting ridiculous shots ever since like Icebox, where he's just getting those drop shots onto like everybody. He did it twice.
Gonna go for it. He goes for the aggro push. Tailwind over the side. Mind Freak up top of the ramp is ready with the crossfire. Finds SK Rossi, making sure they cannot trade that back. The rocket goes down. Golu is out of the fight. Tries to redraw. The operator tries to go for the shot, but again, it's Mind Freak who's there for the peel. He keeps him safe. They keep their teammates alive. And yet again, Hell Ranger, the last one standing, but this time it happened in the blink of an eye. One of the fastest rounds that I have ever seen in Valorant. And there you go, 5-0 lead.
I am stunned right now, just the coordination. The moment Mind Freak knew that Jing was in trouble, swings out, gets the double kill, knows exactly where to look, buys so much time, and even though Jing had a little bit of an awkward moment trying to get his operator out, still right there was Mind Freak, just with the right timing, and he's being so diverse with where he's peaking. Like last round he went A, previous one he went mid, now he's gonna try for an early pick here towards that B side.
GE, in a really rough spot. Danger of going down 6-0. Missed shot coming in from Jing, and Forsaken gets taken down. That's a hell of a lot of firepower now missing from the side of PRX, especially when they're matched up almost equally against weapons. Opportunity here for Global. Anticipate that they need to try to slow down the pace, and they have done just that by getting that pick.
Yeah, and the Viper Spit here towards mid just denies them any avenue here, which is why they're so confident just leaving Benkai in this awkward position here right behind Flower Pot. They might not check this, and he might be able to get 2, but best case scenario, he gets 1. He calls for rotation, slows him down, but here towards mid, Divide pushing out of his own ultimate, does get the kill onto SK Rossi. He gets Golu and tries to spam through the back of it. Will be taken down by Skills eventually, and that should be the spike going down here for Global.
It does, but it's not without consequence. Quite a bit of damage going out on the Skills, and obviously no way to bring that back. Do not have a Sage nor Sky on this map, so he's just going to be stuck with that HP. His own Showstopper is available. Rolling Thunder pushes 1, but with that low HP, of course, you're going to finish yourself off. I think Skills is probably going to be kicking himself a bit for that, especially if they lose this round. They still have an opportunity, though. 2-2, so the Neural Theft will be used. Gets the reveal on to Kappa. Divide lines up the shot. Hell Ranger, however, finds 1, but the instant repeat comes in from Mind Freak, who just continues to just beautifully play off of his teammates, play off of the information that they're garnering. Sure, he can't get the save, but he makes sure that they get the win. It's a 6-0 start for PRX, and I think it's time to take a pause for Global.
I agree. It's just all of the close rounds, all of the late rounds are going Paper X's way. It's a little bit of what we saw in Icebox, where when it came down to those 2v2s, those 1v2s, Paper X still somehow come out on top. And even if the early round kills go to Global Esports, Paper X are very much capable of bringing it back, you know, waiting for Global to make a mistake, getting themselves in sneaky positions maybe, and just capitalizing on it completely. Now, Paper X, they're really not missing a beat here with the aggression. And sure, Global Esports, they've come to expect the early aggression, which is why they've picked off Forsaken. But when push comes to shove, when it comes to those tight situations, it's Paper X with just the aim and the confidence. Like you saw what Mind Freak did there. He actually got across into elbow already. Could have actually went for the more, I'd say, safe play by tapping the spike and forcing out his opponent into the open. But what he did, he just went for the refrag really, really quickly, assuming that he's going to be out, trying to chase him. And it works. Paper X just landing all these confidence plays, and Global, they are just stunned by it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. That late little attack pause is going to do them any good. Need to find some stability. We know what this team is capable of. We know that they can absolutely put up numbers and be competitive here. After so many very close rounds on Icebox, you know they can go toe-to-toe against Paper Rex. So far, Split, it's just looking a bit like a different beast. Divide, just going to get the setup here for the one. Oh. Did he miss the one-way? Yeah.
Yeah.
Try it again.
It's okay. No pressure towards mid.
Bounce, there it is.
Yeah. Take a minute.
Finds Hellranger.
Got him.
Oh, what a shot right there from SK Rossi. But will it be of consequence? That's the question. He finds another. Finally, this could be it. I mean, a couple of good kills like that from SK Rossi. This might be what he needs to get back into the game.
Yeah, especially on an eco round like this. If you can find even more value, it'd be huge. Unfortunately, again, nobody that can heal him, so he's going to be stuck at 30 HP. Needs to be fast on the reactions and get those headshots if he wants to stay alive throughout the end of this round. But any guns that they can get out of Paper X's hands is still going to be good news for the side of Global. Just have to see if they can find any more value. They have that Spectre, they've got 2 Sheriffs, so there's definitely still a good amount of punch behind these hits that they are throwing out there.
Yeah, and they are now trying to creep up their way here towards A. They've managed to find a little bit of a path towards it. There's only
30 seconds
there's a couple
left.
of players still here from Paper X, actually 2 out of the 3 remaining members, and so it will be a little bit of a fight. Can they sniff out? If they can sniff out at least one, then they might have a solid chance in this round, despite the weapons disadvantage that they have right now. Benkai looking the wrong way, and it's going to be not for him. His skills, he's going to be able to get that kill onto Benkai. Mind Freak holds the site with 7 seconds left. I don't think they're going to get it. Mind Freak coming up huge yet again. They have to plant now, and I don't think he has time. He has 3 seconds left. Mind Freak looking for the spray. The flash is good. Golo wins, but he doesn't have time. Forsaken even punishes him. And that's going to be 3 kills for Forsaken. Again, it's the late round where Global just really start to falter here, Achilio.
They do, and unfortunately, they just run out of time. They can't get the spike down. He's got to choose. Which do I go for? Do I try to kill them? He manages to get one, but Forsaken is there. That vertical spray transfer, it's so difficult to try to pull something like that off. But there is a silver lining here. This isn't, this isn't a depressing end to that round. They managed to get rid of 4 guns, only 1 person surviving. So they have to spend quite a bit of money. Forsaken's still sitting on 8K, but, they have to spend down to the rest of the members. So it's still nice chip damage being dealt to the economy here of Paper X, and, that does have value. Unfortunately, it doesn't get them around on the board. Paper X continuing to look really great on this defense, but I'll give a little bit of hopium potentially here for the Global Esports fans. This is like the most defender-sided map that we do have in the pool, in the game right now. So maybe they can replicate the success that we're seeing from Paper X once we get to the side swap.
I'm going to actually offer a little bit of counterpoint here. One thing that we've seen across like SEA in the previous in the past year was that Split has quickly become an attacking sided map, believe it or not. That's just the way that things have gone.
Things have kind of trended there, but I'm speaking, I guess, a little bit more historically. But
yeah, I mean in terms of history, yeah.
Yeah, recent play though, always going to be a bit more important with how the meta is constantly evolving. We'll see if that proves to be the case. And Skills
30
gets himself
seconds
into
left.
heaven for free. He's gonna drop that into the rope, but he's not prepared for Jing.
Boom.
He's lurking nearby, and he follows up for a second. Finding Hellranger back over in mid, trying
One
to slink his way
enemy
into
remaining.
Mail.
Spike down B.
It's just all the 1v1 fights all across the map. Global Esports, they're scattered. They're
Seconds
trying to
left.
find picks. I think the call at the start of the round was go guys, get some picks here. But they all lose individual 1v1s all across the map. And sure, they managed to win a couple of guns. And you made a great point earlier. They want to chip away at the economy of PRX, but that's now looking like they need to do a little bit more than that. It's 8-0. The economy starts, at this point, the economy starts to matter less and less and more about getting the round wins. PRX, right now, they will throw as much money as they want to get even one more round on the board, because as long as they choke out Global Esports on this defensive side, they're going to be very, very happy. And again, this is Global Esports map pick, and on attacking side, you would think that they would have a little bit more prepared than this.
Yeah, I do agree. Seems like maybe they threw everything that they had at that first series to really make an impact and prove themselves, and they just weren't able to refuel in time. All the same, Flash comes out, Mindfreak going to be pulling back.
Cage
A
triggered.
little bit of a spray, sees if he can catch anybody. Devi plays a very aggressive angle over towards a main. Trying to get the catch, and he will find Golu. Unfortunately, doesn't really get any chip damage out on him either. The fragment's going to be forcing everybody back up to the opposite side of ropes. Flashbang in, Forsaken just going to be dropping, but everybody is exited.
Yeah, they're booking it straight towards B, hoping to get a little bit luckier here. The Jing gets forced out here by that paint shell, so that's a little bit of time that they've gotten to get onto that side, but there are still two players here. Jing doesn't care, he'll push through. He gets another one dropping down, and that's 2 kills he's found. Pulls out the paint shell at an awkward timing, but it doesn't matter. There's Forsaken to pick up the pieces, and he gets the 9th round on the board. PRX, they are just not missing a beat, and it's too perfect right now, man, for PRX side.
Absolutely unreal. I mean, Jing, I think he's trying to give the audience what they want. Everybody who's watching during that F4Q series was excited to see Bunny playing Raze. We didn't get that. We got him on his jet, and while there was some fun moments, it wasn't quite the same. So he says, you know what, I'll play that same Buck Wild style. I'm just going to launch myself in onto the site and scoop up these kills. It's been an absolute treat to watch him so far, and he's just been instrumental in these 9 rounds that they have picked up. Currently top fragging, I do believe.
They're going to be trying here for an A hit. And again, it seems like they've tried everything, but nothing works. SK Rossi gets around the corner, but can he get the kill on Jing? No, Jing somehow just pushes onto these weird angles at the most opportune times, and he gets the kill, and the round is over in the blink of an eye yet again here. Achilles, they just look unstoppable. How many times is Jing going to be allowed to walk out of a smoke, drop down from heaven, and just punish the members of Global Esports?
It was just, I don't know, it's just beautiful. They have the flash in, there's just nothing they can't see. Drops in, gets the kill, and then the cleanup comes from there. They're just striking so quickly, so concisely. This is just the workings of a well-oiled machine right now on the side of PRX. You could tell that these guys, they did not take a break after they got back from Berlin. They went straight back in onto the grind. They won a tournament in between. Yeah. Like, they have just been all in preparation for this event, and it is showing. So easily is it showing right now. Not a doubt in the world. PRX.
Not a team that rests on their laurels, in fact, actually. They will go harder, and they will try to win everything. And I think one of the panel members mentioned it earlier. I think it was Black and Blue. His favorite, actually, to win this, obviously, because he's from SEA, but also because it's fair assessment that when they're looking like this, they have a very good chance at winning it all. I don't know if you're going to agree with this, especially after we've only seen so much. I
can't discredit that at all. I can't tell you that that's an incorrect claim by any means, given how far they were able to push Mission Strikers at Berlin. Skills heating up for just a little moment there, but then gets cut short. As Devi found that kill. Spray's good from Ben Kai. 11 rounds now on the board for PRX. Do they go ahead and get the perfect half? Global Esports have one more opportunity to try to get one on the board before they swap sides. And I mean, even if they do get it, it's looking like this has been done and dusted.
Oh yeah. I think at maybe 9, I mean, but 11-0, I think this is just too much to come back from. PRX just look absolutely dominant, and I do not think that there is any way that Global Esports can dig themselves out of this trench. They've been hitting themselves against the wall. Whatever site they go to, it seems like PRX has a better handle on whatever push they throw. They get thrown their way.
Opening kill. Showstopper going to be coming out.
I know exactly where.
Skills shut down. Benkai managing to find two. Rossi and Skills both going to be gone. High impact members of GE now eliminated. Benkai yet again. Another beautiful headshot, and he's on track for an ace. Is this how he finishes out the half? It's not going to happen. Jing does manage to find Golu, but good lord. Benkai is finding so much value. Everybody on the side of PRX is just having a whale of a time. They're all finding so much value. 8 kills for Mindfreak. He's down at the bottom. But that's how many kills the top frag has for Global.
Oh no. Whale, whale, whale. What a game here from PRX. It's with 1 round away that we're switching sides.
It all comes down
here.
to this pistol.
It does. And it must feel awful. It's gut-wrenching for Global Esports to, you know, have their fate dependent on a pistol round in a 12-0 on their map choice.
Yeah. It's nuts. PRX, they did their research. They got to watch a little bit of extra tape and try to see, you know, how GE likes to play in that series versus Damwon. Clearly, their homework, it was an A+. Bot just to clear over towards ropes. Clears the cam. Suspects that he's going to be nearby, but he's not quite ready. It's a nice headshot there from Golu, making it a 1-to-1. 4-1, I should say, across the map. Forsaken's also taking significant damage. Push out. I will manage to find Hellranger, but it's instantly traded back. Kappa now playing the stairwell. Get himself up top. Cybercage going to be denying him access as Mindfreak wraps back over to the site, manages to find Golu, who was looking to interrupt that spike plant.
2v3 right now as Kappa and Skills, the only 2 players left standing here for Global. Oh, he's got to try. Mindfreak. Oh, he misses the shot completely. Skills is right there to pick it up. And Forsaken with 45 HP, he's trying to creep up closer. But this is the do or die for Global Esports. The Boombot whizzes right past him. Full security right now. And Benkai, oh no, it's Forsaken to do it. PRX is just going to take this whole game. 13-0, not the game we were expecting by any means.